Get me up and get me out.
Hi, I'm Hanya. I'm here with the Harmonic series, and we're interviewing this country today.
Hello.
Could you just introduce yourself and say what you do in the band?
Sure. My name is Sean. I play guitar in Essential.
So, do you think your new sound, you guys have a new record out, do you think your sound has attracted new listeners?
Yeah, I hope so. It's a bit of a departure from our last record, Sound of Fire. It's definitely a poppier record. We're big fans of pop music. Me personally, I'm a big fan of 80s pop music, and so some of that synthy pop stuff kind of filtered onto the record, and hopefully, there's people out there that enjoy it. I mean, I think if you try and write for an audience, you end up failing. You gotta write what you enjoy, and we love writing pop music, so that's what came naturally.
Is that a direction you think will keep moving toward?
I mean, I don't know. We're a band of very eclectic taste, so sometimes we're really do something heavy. Sometimes we're going to do something rhythmic. I mean, we've been fortunate that we've never really set a standard as to like what exactly it is that we are set on doing. So it'll keep people guessing, I guess, and hopefully people just enjoy it for what it is. I hope.
So, in the process of writing and recording Biography or Heartbreak, did you learn any new tips and tricks that you didn't on previous records?
Yeah, well, on the first record, we didn't know how to like finish a record. That was the whole thing. Like, we didn't know what it. Yeah, it was like, how do you like complete a record, and make it sound like a one unified vision. With this record, we had more of a sense of like how we get from point A to point B, and so we did it in like 3 different phases. And instead of writing like 100 songs or 50 songs, we wrote 30 songs for the record because we were a little bit more. We had a little more of a vision for what we wanted to do, and that made it easier to pick songs.
So, what is your favorite old song of yours that you sung?
Favorite both old song to perform. My favorite old song to perform. I don't know. I still love playing Sound of Fire every night. I mean, it's the song that kind of helped us kind of establish things for ourselves, and the energy. It's one of those songs that has a natural energy to it. It doesn't need. Yeah, totally. I think it's a crowd favorite, which is why it's always kind of stayed around. And then new song. I really enjoy playing. We have a new song called Tiptoe that we started messing around with, and we play it live now. And I don't know, it's just fun to play anything new, really. I'd pretty much be happy playing anything new. I like playing Slow Dance Night too, just because it's basically me playing the same guitar part for like an hour. So it always makes it's a little easier for me.
So when you find yourself performing the same songs over and over every night, do you find that you guys the songs evolve or change as you go through? Would you record some of them differently now than you did originally?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think the thing that's the hardest part of making an album, I think, is that it feels permanent, and that's the scary part. It's not writing the song that's scary. I think you're excited about the song. It's the idea that you'll record it, and then they mix it, and then they master it, and you hear it back a million times. By the time you guys will hear it on a CD, we've heard it 1,000 times, and we're still not happy with it. Like you have to learn to be content with it at a certain point. But live will like rock out maybe on a certain part and be like, oh, I wish we would have done that on the record. Like that happened with To Love 'Em Back actually. We played it live a bunch, and we were like, well, what if we did it this way? And then we started playing it differently live, and then we tried recording it differently. We've recorded that song way too many times. And so that's kind of, that happens with certain songs. I think they just kind of get to take on a life of their own when they go on stage.
So, if you could choose any artist in the entire world, dead or alive, to collaborate with, either to perform on stage with or just to work on your songs with you.
I'm a big Chris Martin fan, so if he would grace me with his presence, I would be.
Would the other guys
I would
pick
oblige.
that too?
I don't know. I think it's kind of all over the place. Like I'm sure all of them would love Chris Martin to show up. I know that Joel is a big fan of Killers, so Brendan Flowers showed up. I'm sure he'd be too bummed out. So.
Probably be okay with that.
Yeah, totally.
Do you have a guilty pleasure artist on your iPod or anything?
I've gotten this question before, and I will stick to the fact that I don't believe in guilty pleasure songs, because I think that I would have to be admitting that I feel guilty about listening to it, which I never do. I love the cheesiest songs in the world, so I mean, if I had to pick one, maybe like I don't know, like something from like the Spice Girls or something. But I mean, literally, if you look at our iPod, it's pretty darn cheesy, a lot of it. So keep it interesting.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Hidden talent. I think I've exposed all of my talents. I don't
Like
think I have
magic
anything
tricks,
that's.
rolling your tongue.
I wish.
Cartwheel.
No, I have a broken pinky. It's not much of a hidden talent.
But
as
it's
much as
unique.
It's broken.
And it's kind of hidden.
It's like all screwed up. I don't know. Don't throw a hard baseball around without a baseball glove. That's what I learned.
Wow. Are there any instruments you would really like to learn to play, maybe for an upcoming record to add onto a song?
Yeah, I wish I knew how to play piano better. It's funny because Alex plays keys now, but he only learned it out of necessity because we started getting really frustrated because we were a four-piece. We're really technically a three-piece with the vocalist. Like we're only three instruments on the stage, and we always, when we were in the studio, add like everything in the world, and we're like, well, what do we do? How are we gonna perform this? And so then it became like, well, why don't we have Alex play keys? And then we had like other instruments come on. We had some auxiliary people, and then we were like, all right, Alex, well now that you know how to play keys, why don't you play bass at the same time as you play keys? And then that's what he does now. And so I feel like maybe if I lightened his load a little bit and played some keys, that would make it a little more interesting.
If that doesn't work out, maybe Alex can just take the one-man band route.
He could. I mean, he's playing on the. He also plays on the main set now, and he plays guitar, percussion, and he's ridiculous.
What is your top played song or your favorite song for this summer?
Favorite song for this summer. I really like. Let me think. What were we listening to in the band just a second ago? There's this band called Foals that we've been listening to. I can't think of the name of this freaking song. It's really good though. It's their single. That's all I know.
We'll check it out. We'll put a clip in.
Foals. Yes.
Awesome. Who in the band would be the first to die in a scary movie?
In a scary movie, me. I'm a klutz. I fall over everything. The odds of me not like running into a wall or a tree or I would definitely be first to
Do
die.
not follow you in scary
Do not
movies.
follow me in a scary movie. I do not know where I'm going.
Do you have any advice for upcoming musicians or people who want to get into the industry?
Advice, I would say spend less time social networking and more time perfecting the songwriting art form. Because it is an art form. A lot of people don't think it is, but it definitely is if you take it the right way. And I think that the biggest thing that I noticed what happened in the MySpace days is that there's no, I can take it.
Well, do you want to?
It's too late. No, it's too
sorry.
late. In the MySpace days, there were like so many bands coming out because everyone could just put up their music, and what you noticed was there would be like a lot of people that got really popular, but then when they would go and tour, no one would show up to their shows, or when they did, they couldn't perform the songs. And I think that that's still like the live show is the last art form that prevents people from kind of giving off the illusion of that they can do something. You know what I mean? It's all out there for. I mean, even if you are lip syncing, people will know about it these days. So I think that's what makes it kind of special. And I would say that exactly that. Just focus on the songwriting and the social net. People will want to talk about you.
You guys take your social networking pretty seriously too.
We
You
do.
have,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The TC family missions.
Yeah, no, we take our social networking very seriously, but it's also based in something that we really believe in, and so I think it's not that we by all means like social networking has done amazing things for us, but it's more just like the idea that which comes first. We would like to be songwriters first and social networkers second, just for the sake of our sanity to be able to. It's hard to keep up with all that stuff sometimes, so we do try very hard to.
You do well.
Thank you.
So our last question is kind of a shopping tip for our viewers.
Okay.
I wanted to know what the best place to buy the skinny jeans is, because you guys have a
Best place to buy skinny. We go to this place called Top Shop a lot. Well, it's Top Man, and then Top Shop is for girls, and they have some very tight jeans.
Do you buy them at Top Shop?
I bought jeans there, or they just get or they shrink. I don't know. One of the two. We're just very small people. Especially my brother and I. We're fairly small small individuals, so it's
But you
like
work
hard to
with
find.
smaller
Thank you for listening to us. Hopefully after this, and eat your beans and your vegetables. Not in that order. Eat your vegetables and have a nice day.
'Cause it's a slow dance.